left them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders. Club nights, 9 fists of Henny and 40 waters. Always be legit, sprinkle me like 40 water. I'm sick with it, cook your district with biscuits.
Yo, peace and blessings, fanatical mass hoes. It's your boys, Mizzo, King Saso, Hayes, making sure we don't run off the tracks. What's going on, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Hey, happy Saturday.
Happy
Playoff
weekend,
time, baby.
Feliz el fin de semana. I said that wrong probably. I'm getting better at it, y'all. I'm going to get better. My Latin people, that's all tuning in. I'm going to get better at it. I've been practicing for years. I'm going to get better. I promise. I'm going to put the words together. I'm going to be nice with it. You know what I mean? I'm going to know how to speak it. You know what I mean?
Do your best to make it in. Just do your best to make it in.
Part of the fact I am half Panamanian too. They gonna be upset at me, but I'm gonna get better. My Panamanian peeps, I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna come see y'all. We're gonna be nice. I'm gonna be spitting it, talking it. We're gonna be doing good. But anyway, we digress. I'm glad. Hope everybody had a good week. It's the weekend. Y'all know what time it is. Divisional playoffs coming up in a couple hours. Pardon me. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into some college football as far as news. NIL deals going bad, and players skipping the draft or basically not going to the NFL because they want to stay in college. Probably because they get more money off the NIL deals right now than they would in the NFL. Probably not that part, but you know what I'm trying to say. We're gonna get into some wrestling. You know what I mean? Sausage deal. Hulk Hogan comes back for the 30th anniversary. Also a crazy off topic. What planet would you want to live on if it wasn't for Earth? If it wasn't Earth. Not for Earth, if it wasn't Earth. Pardon me. And we're going to get it right. What planet would you want to live on if it wasn't Earth? And we're going to stick to just the 9 planets in our solar system. We're not going to go out crazy because we know that basically they just discovered a new Earth. Or basically a planet like Earth that's inhabitable and all that. So it made me think, what planet would I want to live on? But obviously we're not going to go that far because we don't even know the planet's name. So we're going to stick to the nine planets. The 9 planets in our solar system. All right, bet. But first, Sash, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's get into this Aaron Rodgers thing because everybody's been talking about it. All right, so Aaron Rodgers is on the Pat McAfee show like he does every Tuesday. He made some comments basically saying, look, people said I was washed. I think I still could play at a high level. I think I can still win MVPs. Let's cut it right there. That's what he said. And everybody took it like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is basically saying he's putting MVP before the team. Not saying, oh, I can win a Super Bowl. I think I can still win a Super Bowl. I think I can still win MVPs. Everybody's tripping about it. But my crazy thing is, after that, he did say, he said I'm not trying to be a part of a rebuild in Green Bay. He also said, I'm not trying to play in Green Bay or anywhere else. I'm not trying to play in Green Bay if we can't win it all. Or I'm not going to go any place where I know I don't have a chance to win it all, where I can't win it all. That basically says he did mean the Super Bowl. Yes, he might have said, yes, I want to win MVPs. Because they called him washed before he won the 2 MVPs back to back. That's why he said that. He said, look, they said I was washed. Then I just went out and then I only happened to go out and win 2 MVPs. Back to back. And that was after they drafted Jordan Love. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That to me, everybody bugging out about it is just I don't know. It's too much for me. You know what I mean? Like listen to the whole interview and understand what he's saying. Yes, Aaron Rodgers comes off as smug, and he does. You know, if you listen to what the media's saying, or kind of just listen to him in interviews, he does kind of point fingers. If you see him on the sideline, he does like he's demonstrative, just like Tom Brady. But it seems like he doesn't get the merit like Tom Brady gets. Tom Brady throws tablets and everybody's, it's just Tom. Now they're kind of tripping because Tom Brady, I don't think he's falling off, but they're not winning as much. Aaron Rodgers is doing it, even when they're winning and he's selfish. He points the finger. Maybe he does, but he still can play at a high level, and he still did say in an interview, I want to play to win. I don't want to play just to play. He's going into his 19th season, which is unprecedented nowadays. You know, back in the day, we were growing up, quarterbacks didn't play 19 years. Nobody played 19 years in the NFL. You feel what I'm saying? But guys, Sock, what you think about it?
Whew. Well, one thing was...
He said, whoo. It's a lot with Aaron Rodgers, man. A lot comes with him. Listen, bro.
You said mouthful. You know, he's loyal with one team. You know what I'm saying? But he has not been winning no Super Bowls. You know, he only won one, and that's because of the defense. You know, although he made some big time plays and stuff like that.
Nah, bro. But I'm gonna cut you off real quick. They smashed Atlanta on the way to that Super Bowl. They had a defensive stand against Michael Vick and the Eagles, but they smashed Atlanta. Yes, against the Bears. Jay Cutler went out. They wound up playing Caleb Haney. I got you. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, bro. My fault. Go ahead.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember that.
The Super Bowl. Remember they beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 35-21.
The Super Bowl. I understand the Super Bowl was in 2010.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? It's 12 years too long. You know, Brady went to the Super Bowl and AFC championships and the NFC championships. You know, afterwards.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I got you. I mean, so again, the comments. What do you think, though? Do you think people basically trying to say he comes off as selfish? All he thinks about is himself. You know what I'm saying? All he thinks about is himself. What do you think?
It sounds worse than Kirk. I mean, it sounds worse than Kirk Cousins right now, because we always say he was stat packing. You know, with the bike, everything happened in NFC Central. You know, you got him stat packing, and they thinking Aaron Rodgers right now thinking about himself. So it makes me wonder who really in this generation gonna get the Super Bowl first, the Packers or the Vikings. You know, at the time when Packers won the Super Bowl, their defense was like that. And they on the defense of nowadays is not, you know, like 12 years ago. So why not put them, with that being said, you've been selfish by saying that, you know, you're going to win the MVP. Why don't you take that somewhere else where it's the NFL team that loves divas and put Jordan Love up in it?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. That makes sense. If I'm a Packers fan, because, you know, we fanatics. That's what we are. We're fans. We're not analysts, GM, none of that. I'm tired of this every single year. But what he said wasn't crazy. I mean, it was, look, I can still win MVPs because they said he was washed. And then he also said, look, I'm not coming back. Again, I'm going to say it again. Unless we win it all. He's not trying to be a part of a rebuild in Green Bay.
Yeah.
You drafted Jordan Love in the first round. It's time to see what the man got. They should tell Aaron Rodgers, look, we're gonna help you find a trade. If I'm a Packers fan, that's what I would want. As much as I want Aaron Rodgers back, I don't think the Packers next year are gonna be ready to win a Super Bowl. I don't think so. They came up towards the end of the season. That kid Christian Watson, I think that kid's gonna be good. He's a burner and he could catch. He made catches in traffic. He made big time catches. That was like, oh, nice. Romeo Doubs, he can be good. He's got potential. Obviously, you got Alan Lazard. He's a star, but I think he's a free agent, if I'm not mistaken. So he might be gone.
Yeah.
Packers going to have a lot of turnover. And who knows I don't know their cap space situation. That's something we'll have to look into later. Yeah. Again, if I'm the Pack, I think it's time to see what Jordan Love got. You just gave Aaron Rodgers a lot of money. He's going to make what? He's going to make $59 million coming up in 2023. You got to see what
just move on.
You got to see it. But again, they can't. What team's going to trade and take on that salary? He's making $59 million next year. Even for him to say, I might retire. You're mulling retirement. You got $59 million on the table? Look, bro. Billionaires didn't get to be billionaires by passing up money. Not $59 million worth of money. I don't care how much money I got. That's $59 million. I'm not walking away from that.
And speaking of that, and I'm tired of them using our Washington football team as a retirement home.
Nah, listen.
Every
no retirement home.
They get all old.
Listen, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. Sam Howell might be the guy. They got to build around him as far as offensive line.
Might be.
Watch the Commanders got the weapons. They don't need the weapons. They just need offensive line help and need a quarterback to make better decisions. That's all. Can he win you a football game?
Not only that,
build
the
the
coaches
defense.
have to make The coaches have to put them in a right situation to win games because you have to learn how to use your timeouts. You have to learn how to manage the clock in order to win games. If you're going to run the game right. If not, you might as well just be just like the Bills and the Cincinnati, be a pass first type team. Because you're running out the clock, you put low points on the board. You know what I'm saying? You can't win with 17 points some average a season. Why they scoring like 30 points, 40 points, like the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Putting up 41 points on the Buccaneers in the playoffs. I don't know what's going to happen this playoffs or anything like that. We'll say that for later. But these teams they putting up numbers, and that's what we need. We need a quarterback that's gonna get the ball out, at least 2.0 seconds out of his hand. That's a release time. Can't have the ball in your hand too many times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I hear you. I don't think he's coming to Washington. He shouldn't. We'll see what happens with him down the road. But again, I think everybody tripping. He did come off a little selfish when he said it in the beginning, but at the end he said, I don't want to go any. He didn't say I don't want to go anywhere, but he said I'm not coming back to play if we can't win it all. He did say that. So they're making a big deal about nothing.
Let him move. Let the man move on with that.
Absolutely. Real quick. GM says Jordan Love's ready to play. Do you think Jordan Love's ready to play? Real quick.
That's what I was saying. We just might as well just move on because that's the man supposed to been up about 5-6 years ago. Ain't his rookie contract up?
Coming up soon, but I mean it's not yet. This is fourth. He's coming into his fourth year. I don't think, like I said, I think he's ready. I don't know if he's ready. As a matter of fact, how about that? I don't know if he's ready. They got to give him a shot. It's time for them to see what he got.
I was gonna say, shoot, if you're not gonna use him, I love Heineken, but shoot, I give up Heineken for Jordan Love.
Heineken? You said Heineken.
Yeah, Heineken. I would give up Heineken for Jordan Love.
I got you, bro. I don't know. I don't think so. Not yet. I gotta see him. I gotta see him more. He's okay, but I don't know. We'll see if he's ready. We're gonna find out. I think we're gonna find out. I think Aaron Rodgers is gone. That's what I think. He's either gonna retire or he's gonna go somewhere else. But
because what's going to happen, Jordan Love is going to stale because he's been behind all that time. We ain't gonna never know. I mean, if you're a backup quarterback that's available, that could, give him a chance to fight for a starting job. Why not? With somewhere else. Let Aaron Rodgers retire from that team or let him move on. Let him just rest. Go back to California somewhere.
No doubt. All right. With that, cool. With that being said, we're going to leave that right there. All right, we back. Next time we're going to be talking about Philadelphia Flyers player refused to wear the jersey, the pride jersey, obviously the LGBT community, based on his religion. We'll react to that right after this. Fanatical Massos, King Saso, Mizzo and Saso.
When I'm my Lord's keeper, smoke reefer, old school like beepers. Had a pair of Diodoras, but I scuffed them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders. Club nights, 9 fists of Henny and 40 waters. Always be legit, sprinkle me like 40 water. I'm sick with it.
Hey, welcome back. He's on the board. All right, let's go. Saso. So, we got a little controversial topic. Philadelphia Flyers player, I'm going to make sure I say his name right because I messed it up. Let me just look it up real quick, y'all. Pardon me. Give me one second, yo. Hold up. My fault. I'm bugging out. Here we go. That ain't it. Hold on. Nah, that's not it either. Hold on, man.
Oh, wow.
All right, his name was Ivan, was it Pavlovich or something like that? That was his name.
Yeah.
So basically, my fault, I got it right here. Ivan Provorov. Sorry, pardon me for the delay. Ivan Provorov refused to wear the rainbow jersey for warm-ups. They didn't wear it during the game. They wore it for warm-ups. During Pride Night, stating his Russian Orthodox faith. He said, basically, he basically said to the media, look, I respect everybody, and I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to my religion, myself and my religion. Now, I'm going to let you go, Sas. What you think about it?
Man, look, that was his prerogative. I mean, that was his, feelings, you can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. But at the same time, it seems like you're going to have some consequences at the end of the day. Because it's a touchy thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's from Russia and he's trying to stick to what he believes in. Because this is what we do in America. We stick to what we believe in. So why not respect that, man? You know what I'm saying? But it's touchy subject because, he in America and, things that's happening right now is very controversial what's happening right now. So, yeah. But at the same time, he has a right to feel what he feels.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think it should be controversial. Because, see, I'm going to say something that people might not like. People should be able to be who they want to be. We shouldn't make somebody be, hey, look, you should honor LGBT community. If you don't want to, you shouldn't have to. I'm not saying you should disrespect them. I'm not saying that. So make sure you understand this. Don't ever diminish anybody because of their race, their sexual orientation, how they wear their hair, what kind of rap music they listen to. It shouldn't be any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever diminish anybody because of that. But at the same time, we shouldn't make anybody, you gotta wear this because we're wearing it. To honor them. If that's how they feel in their heart, all right, cool. But just stand on it. And he stood on it. He didn't elaborate, but he said, look, it's my religion, or my faith, whatever. I'm Russian Orthodox. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. He didn't say it like that, but that's what he said. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take him at that. Okay. All right, bro, you got that. But now just know, all right, like, you can't ask him to come to the functions when it comes to LGBT community. If you're, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't mean he won't do anything for you. That doesn't mean he won't shake your hand. Doesn't mean he won't probably kick it with you. It just means he's not honoring that. Maybe it does mean that. But now we know. Again, if somebody's racist, I don't think we should tell him go hide in the corner. If you're racist, stand on it. If that's what you are, stand on it. Now I know I can't ever ask you to borrow any brown sugar. If you know what I'm talking about, you seen Bad Boys when he said, we want to borrow some brown sugar when they went in the house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you can't, now you know what it is. You know where you stand. I'd rather them be in my face, in our faces, in the world and say, look, man, I don't like this certain race because of that, just because. Even though it's ignorant, it seems small mentally, but still, when you tell somebody they can't, they always do. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you tell somebody, look, you can't make it as a superstar. You can't make it as a rapper. You can't make it as a plumber. You can't make it as a movie star. They go try to do. You telling somebody, they can't, again, it's apples and oranges. It's not even a good comparison. What I'm trying to say is, when you tell somebody don't be racist, it's so bad to be racist. And it is, but they don't look at it like that. How they might have been raised, nah, it is. It isn't. And they lash out in ways. Now, if you tell somebody, God, be that. Maybe they won't want to react and want to shoot up a church. We don't got to say who did it, but we know the stories. If you know the dude who went and prayed with the kids, with the families, not the kids, prayed with the church and then shot up the church. You know what I mean? White person did that to black people. You know, we if you tell them that, maybe they won't go do that because they get to be themselves.
You said the key word. If you tell them that, see, things that's happening nowadays are being taught. if you are not a role model to these children out here or to these teenagers out here, you know what I'm saying? They gonna act out.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
And you know what? And you know what? Look, check this out. That's anywhere. You know, like when you say the LBG community and stuff like that.
LGBT.
These people, these people are the way
Q,
they
Q.
are.
I forgot Q. LGBTQ. Sorry. Go ahead, bro.
These people are the way they are because most of them had trauma back in the days. Keep it a buck 50.
Which people who are they are? The LGBT community or the guy or the person who doesn't like them, doesn't want to follow.
You know, there's peoples out here who going through trauma and anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and to a point we can't afford to keep downplaying each other. Like this dude, when he came from the other country, he know what it is out here. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, you can't force a person to feel what they feel. This dude felt how he felt. But he going, people going to talk about him all day, every day. I feel as though if he don't like something, he know what to do. You either stay, collect your check playing hockey, or go back home in Russia. It is what it is out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm saying this because I don't judge anybody. I know friends, family members and stuff like that, who support people, with autism or, all these other organizations where people need help. You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to be the solution, you are the problem. And that problem needs to go if you choose not to be the solution.
Yeah, listen, you can't, man, honestly, man, you can't make somebody be the solution, though. You know what I mean? He chooses to do what he wants to do. Like I said, we just know who he is. And I'm not knocking him. I ain't judging him either. Be who you are, bro. So now that everybody in LGBTQ community knows, Ivan Provorov, make sure I said his name right. Ivan Provorov, you can't rock with him like that on that level. And maybe not. And that's okay. There's 1 billion people on this planet. There's over 300 million people in this country. You know what I mean? Cool. All right. There's some people that do rock with me if I'm on that, whatever I am. If I'm black, if I'm from the LGBT community, if I love rap, whatever. I love country. I love if I wear my hair, naughty, crazy. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna rock with you. You don't gotta be with the people that don't want to rock with you. And the people that don't want to rock with you don't have to be around you either. You know what I'm saying? But don't tell them that they shouldn't be, because it seems like every time we tell them that they shouldn't, they go do it anyway, but they do it in a way where it lashes out. And it seems harsh. And it comes off crazy. Because they feel like, oh, you're telling me what to do. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do. And that's how I'm going to leave it. You know what I mean?
Let me put it in another way.
After that, we're going to wrap it up. Go ahead. You got the last word. Go ahead.
Let me put it in another way. Long story short, I try to, fit in, trying to be gangster like these other dudes or whatever the case is.
Okay.
When I didn't want to do nothing, then they jumped me. So I learned that I had to, I don't fit in. Okay. Sometimes you have to learn that you don't fit in. That's all I'm saying.
I got you, bro. I got you. All right. Good topic. Good discussion, bro. I'm sorry if I stuttered a little bit. My bad. I didn't mean that. It was a good topic. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, it was a great topic. We'll be right back. We're gonna talk about some college football. NIL deals is running wild. NIL is controlling it right now. Stay locked. Mizzo, Saso, Hayes, Fanatical Massholes. We right back.
Smoke reefer, old school like beepers. Had a pair of Deodoras, but I stuffed them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders. Club nights, 9 fists of Henny and 40 waters. Always be legit, sprinkle me like 40 water. I'm sick with it, cook your district with biscuits.
Hey, yo! Welcome back, Fanatical Massholes. You already know what it is.
Yo.
Saso. Mizzo.
Yeah.
Hayes on the boards. What up, babies?
What up?
Not babies. What up, gentlemen? I said babies. What up, y'all? All right,
baby.
we're gonna get it back right. I know we're gonna get it. Yeah, I'm off it today, man. It's Saturday, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna, Anyway, let's get to it. All right. So, I read an article this week, man, about the top 20 college football players who spurned the pros to come back for their senior season. Another season. How about that? Because some of these dudes got 5 and 6 year eligibility sauce. What in the world's going on? Anyway, among them is Michael Penix Jr. He played I know he played at Indiana 1 year. Now he's at Washington. He's coming back. He threw for 4,600 yards last season, 31 touchdowns. The Washington Huskies had an 11-2 record. Blake Corum, Michigan. I know he sprained his knee. He didn't play in the semifinal game against TCU. He had 1,400 yards rushing. I mean, listen, back in the day, we know. Listen, Bo Nix. Okay, Bo Nix, he threw for 3,500 yards. I don't think he would be a pro anyway. That's just my opinion. I'm not disrespecting Bo Nix. I'm just saying. Jordan Travis, my Florida State Seminoles. I would like to see him go. We only do for 3,200 yards, but hey, I'm glad he's coming back. Maybe another year will help him. I mean, there's a lot of dudes in this draft that was like, man, maybe they could have went. You know what I'm saying? Old lineman from Penn State, Alumuyama Fashuno. This is Cam Rising from Utah. I'm surprised he didn't go. I mean, he really only threw for 3,000 yards, but he had 32. He's a good runner. You know what I mean? He's one of them running quarterbacks. Maybe he wouldn't make it in the pros, so he's coming back for another season to try to get a national championship. Pardon me. We'll see. Spencer Rattler. This dude was picked. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. I think he was a 5-star. I mean, he was at Oklahoma. He went to South Carolina. Maybe that's why he's coming back. So maybe not him, but to my point, I brought the story up for a point that I was trying to make. But maybe some of these guys are really just not making my point for me. What you think about it though? Why you think some of these guys that are top that could go pro or even throw their name in the draft to see where they would go at ain't even trying? Especially who I said at the top, Michael Penix Jr. This is like his 5th year of eligibility. Blake Corum could have went. Them two dudes could go right now. What you think about that? Why you think they're staying? It's gonna lead me to
because
go ahead, bro.
Because they ain't drink the last of their milk out the bottle yet.
They ain't drink the last of their milk out the bottle yet. Go ahead, bro.
And they just want to get that last drop of milk before they hit the NFL. You know what I mean? But all joking aside, it's 70% of them quarterbacks. So what looks like to me, it's gonna be a deep draft as far as quarterbacks in the 2024 draft. Crazy. Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys honestly do need to stay in school because a lot of them didn't throw for a lot of yards, except for the top two, like I said. Trey Benson could have went. I think he could go, but he's coming back for my Florida State Seminoles again. He's coming back. Jaden Daniels, LSU. He was good. I like Jaden Daniels. He's probably not ready for the pros yet. So I get it. I would say this one. I'm leading into this. Michael Penix Jr., I think he might be getting more money for NIL. And I don't care. The NIL is cool. I just think they got to figure out a way to legislate it better. You know what I'm saying? But the NIL is cool. Like, if you're getting paid, if you nice, you getting paid just being college, you get an NIL deal, Gatorade, whatever it is, Under Armour, whatever it is. That's what's up.
The player that stands out to me, and I think that he's a dark horse to win the Heisman Trophy next year. That's Blake Corum from Michigan.
Yes, definitely. He's
1,400, nice. Yeah, 1,400 yards, 18 touchdowns. The sky's the limit for him. So that's one I'm looking forward for him to have an outstanding season in 2023, possibly win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, Blake Corum is nice. I thought he would have went out. I mean, again, I think he sprained his knee. He had a knee injury. That's why he didn't play in the semifinal against TCU. You would have thought, all right, look, I sprained my knee. Again, like you said, back in the day, if you had an injury concern, you went out. You went to the pros. Like, let me go get my money now in the pros. If I don't make it, you know what I mean? He coming back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Michael Penix Jr. I like Michael Penix Jr. I don't know why he left Indiana. You know what I'm saying? But he's good. So that, again, to me, I think it's more NIL. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of these players. They're like, man, I'm getting more money that I'm going to make in the pros. I might not even make the pros. I don't want to, you know what I mean? If I'm making a couple million in college off NIL, or, you know, why would I go make $500,000 to $700,000 in the pros, especially the ones that are not getting drafted? Michael Penix or Blake Corum would get drafted. So he's probably not going to make that. He might make a little more, but the other guys, Bo Nix probably won't get drafted. He'd be undrafted. Jordan Travis, he probably wouldn't get drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of these guys wouldn't get drafted. Braylon Trice probably would. Braylon Trice would get drafted. Jared Verse would get drafted, but they're probably not gonna make. They're not gonna be making the small millions, not you know. And some of them making 100,000. So why do that if they're gonna just go make millions? Keep making millions in college. Them guys, because again, pardon me, before you go, not everybody makes millions in college either. It's NIL deals. If you don't got an NIL deal, you're not making nothing. But go ahead, bro. My fault. I want to hope. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Now, another player that stands out to me is Cameron Rising, throwing for 3,000 yards and throwing for another 465 yards with 32 touchdowns.
He's a running quarterback, though. He's a running quarterback.
Yeah, that's what you need in the NFL. You need that in the NFL with the RPOs that be happening. And the ball being released no more than 3 seconds. That's what's needed in the NFL. So they drinking the last of the milk at the bottom in car. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. RPO's not always, man. Because let's make sure we say this: the last 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Matt Stafford, they're not running quarterbacks. Now Matt Stafford has more escapability and scramble than Tom Brady, but he's not doing RPOs. That's not what he's doing. Matt Stafford's not doing any RPOs. He's not running any RPOs. Play action, of course, but he's not running RPOs. So we can't say that RPOs don't necessarily work in the pros.
That's why I don't understand. We talk about Tom Brady right now. No disrespect.
No, let's not get too deep into it.
Yeah, because he didn't have an offensive line to protect him for one. You didn't have Brunk, and the running game, my gracious, was getting stuffed. I thought the running game was going to bail him out. That didn't happen. So that brings me to this. If you can't be a running quarterback and you don't have that trusted tight end, then you are doomed. The defense only could do for so much.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, but check it. All right, so that basically led me into what went on this week with the Florida. He was a commit to Florida. His name was let me see if I get it right. His last name was Rashada, but his first name was Jaden. So pardon me. His name Jason Rashada. He basically asked Florida to let him out of his commitment to Florida. He was going to commit to Florida. He was committed to Florida. How about that? But the NIL deal fell apart. So basically, he had a deal for $13 million. NIL deal, $13 million, Sauce. You know what I mean? He asked him to let him out his deal. So some of these kids might be making a lot more money before they get into the pros. You feel me? So he's gonna be making $13 million 4 years, $13 million with the Gator Collective. It fell through. And they let him out. They let him out of his commitment. So now he can go anywhere. He can go to another school now. So now who's got the best NIL deal for him? They say he's probably going to Washington. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now who's got the best NIL deal for this kid? So basically what I'm trying to say is, I said all that to say in the first topic we talked about, kind of led into that. NIL is running college football right now. It's like when we thought about the pay for play, this is what it is. And this is pay for players. It's the teams that don't got money, you're not gonna be able to get these players. You know what I'm saying? The NIL is it's not a pay for, I'm not gonna say it's a pay for play because it's because it's a deal everybody knows about. It's signed, and you know what I mean? It's name, image, and likeness is what NIL is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, for that to happen, he decommitted because of a $13 million deal. Again, that's big money, but that's how much he was getting as a quarterback? A freshman coming in? $13 million over 4 years? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Because check it. Come back in the days, you know, currently we talk about college tuitions, how much it is, you know, a year for semester. Like, for example, you go to USC, UCLA, all these big schools. You running like $40,000, and after 4 years, it's like $200,000, give or take. You know, I'm just saying it. What I'm saying, if you have an opportunity to play in a pro league, do this, and then you can go back. If you finish though, you go back to school and, you know, pay for the tuition like that, because it seems like the college people getting paid while we learning, but we not eating. So if you got a chance to eat, you go out there to get a chance to eat, then, you know what I'm saying, you worry about getting your certificate later. Because, you know.
All right, I got you. All right, yeah, I just think NIL is going crazy. They got to figure out a way to. I want the kids to get paid. Don't get me wrong, but let's figure out a way to get this right.
But
you know what I mean?
No, yeah, but don't get it mistaken. You know, education is key though.
Right,
don't
doubt.
get me wrong. And the mind is a terrible thing to race, but
man,
don't deprive yourself.
All right,
knowledge is power.
Got you. All right.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. You heard what Saso said. Knowledge is power. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. All right, when we come back, you already know what time it is. It's playoff time in NFL. We're going to get into our locks, our picks, whatever it is. Fanatical Masso, stay tuned.
Smoke reefer, old school like beepers. Had a pair of Diodoras, but I scuffed them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders. Club nights, 9 fists of Henny and 40 waters. Always be legit, sprinkle me like 40 water. I'm sick with it.
Yo, welcome back. Fanatical Massos, Saso, Mizzo, Hayes on the board. What up? All right. Y'all know what time it is. Playoffs starting. They're continuing. Divisional round coming up in a couple hours. We got a few games coming up. Well, let's talk about last week. So the teams that lost, obviously, 49ers beat the Seahawks 43-21. Sash, you tight-eyed if you're a Seahawks fan right now on your season. Be quick.
I'm tight.
Seahawks fan? You're tight? Okay. I'm not. They had a good season. I mean, I only picked them to win like 2 games. Remember that? I mean, they won. What did they win? 8? They won 8. They not won 9 games, didn't they? Nah, man. That's a win. That's a win. I'm happy for what Seattle got.
They blew them out the water.
I don't know. Geno's maybe not the guy. He's the guy. He's not gonna carry you, but he can make the throws. So put more offensive weapons around Geno Smith and build that defense. Seattle can beat something. What else you got for Seattle? Nothing? That's it? All right, cool. The Chargers. We already talked about this on Tuesday. Pardon me. They blew a 27-point lead. I'm tight. I don't know. I don't got nothing else to say. They fired their offensive coordinator. I thought the coach should have went with him. But all right, what you got, bro? You tight or you all right for the Chargers?
Man, I'm all right with that. What's up, Trevor? My man Trevor. He came.
You all right with the Chargers season, though? Are you a fan? If you're a fan of the Chargers.
No.
You all right? You tight?
I'm tight. They lost, but go Jaguars.
Wow. You are the worst. Yo, you wrong, bro. All right. Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins lost 34-31. They playing with Skylar Thompson, their third-string quarterback. You tight or you all right if you're a Dolphins fan?
I'm tight because we could have won that game.
True. I'm tight because the promise. I wouldn't say they had a shot of hosting a playoff game, but they started out good. For Tua to go down, again, Tua needs to focus on his health. I'm not saying he should retire. Again, me and Hayes talked about it when he got hurt, when he had the concussion.
Yeah.
The week that he had it. I think we watched it, we talked about it, and was like, look, I wouldn't play him again the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. A lot of people are saying, look, you should just retire because he's already had 3 concussions in a year. In a calendar season, that's 4 months. That's not good. But anyway, I'm tight because the season started out so good for it to end like that. You traded and paid Tyreek Hill his money. You got Jalen Waddle. You got offensive weapons. You went and traded for Bradley Chubb. I'm tight. All right. The Giants beat the Vikings 31-24. We know what the hell Kirk Cousins did. That don't want to on a 4th and 8 you throw it 3 yards expecting TJ Hawkinson to do something. You tight or you eyed on the Vikings? If you're a Vikings fan.
I'm super tight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, why would you throw a 3-yard pass? You got Jefferson, as your primary wide receiver. And if the push came to shove, you should have looked for your tight end, somebody. You're supposed to took the ball down the field. Your main objective to try to get the field goal, and he did not deliver. So I'm super tight.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're down a touchdown. You got to get the ball to Justin Jefferson.
Can we get to the elephant?
I'm tight.
Room?
I'm tight right now. You know what I mean? If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm tight because they should have done better. The defense, they got to fix the defense. That's it. I'm tight. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm tight. Yes, I'm just tight. I'm just tight. That's it. I'm tight. You got to fix the defense. Offense is good. Kirk Cousins is going to be who Kirk Cousins is. He should have made a better throw, but I'm tight. All right.
Please.
No, we're not getting to the Ravens.
Come on, we gotta talk about it.
I see we're on the Ravens now. So the Bengals beat the Ravens 24-17. You and I talked about the play Saso on Tuesday about that. I mean, it was a 14-point swing. If Hundley dives in instead of sticking the ball over the end zone, trying the goal line, the plane, and getting smacked out, and it gets run for a touchdown down the other end, Baltimore might win that game. We obviously know the Lamar Jackson should have played. No, not should have. I'm sorry. Let me stop that. He couldn't play because his knee hurts. A lot of people thought he should have given it a go. But listen, no, he don't got a contract. Don't be like don't be like RG3. But as a Ravens fan, I'm a little upset. I'm a little tight. I'm tight. I'm not super tight, but I'm tight. How are you feeling?
As a Cincinnati fan,
why do you do this?
Right,
why do you do this?
Hey, look.
You in the DMV area, bro. That's your area. You should like the Ravens a little bit.
No, I'm a Commanders fan. No, I'm a straight up Commanders fan. That's all I know. I ain't got nothing to do with that thing that's wearing purple. So that's all right.
You don't like the Oreos?
No, but we're not talking about them
right now. All right, go ahead.
Cincinnati and Baltimore.
All right, go ahead.
The dude from his hometown running a 100-yard return for a touchdown in his hometown. That's the story.
We're happy for the Bengals. Are you tight for the Ravens, though? Are you a Ravens fan? Are you tight?
If you're a Ravens fan, you ought to be disappointed.
Okay.
It's not even tight. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing.
It's tight. All right. So you must be. All right. You tight. All right. Tight. Hopefully they sign Lamar Jackson. Like I said, like I said on Tuesday, I want to see the players who got drafted by their team stay with them, but not at the expense of them losing their money and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see that. Last one, Cowboys Bucks. We know what happened. Cowboys beat the brakes off them. Bucks fans, are you tight or you hyped by your season? If you're a Bucks fan.
Shoot, you ought to be all right because you're lucky Tom Brady gave you a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah. I'm tight. I'm tight because they was picked. A lot of people had him going to the Super Bowl. A lot of people definitely had him picked to win in the division. I mean, offensive lineman was down from the beginning though, so maybe I'm not that tight. I'm all right. You got a Super Bowl out of Tom Brady. You're Tampa Bay. Don't get spoiled. Don't be like the Patriots fans up here, man. They're spoiled. You know what I mean? Going from that
No,
franchise who didn't win a lot to
they
now
was
winning.
spoiled.
Don't be spoiled.
No, they were spoiled because Tom Brady was there.
That's what I'm saying.
Tom Brady is gone, so they don't even know what to do. They are zapped.
Nah, you zapped. You trying to say zappy? They're not. Listen, they still on that. They deserve to win not deserve, but I'm just saying they still like, hey, we gotta win. Like they still listen. Enjoy what you had. It's time for the Patriots to rebuild, but that's a whole nother topic. Again, if I'm the Bucks fan, I'm not that tight. I was gonna say I'm tight, but I'm not. I'm alright because you got a Super Bowl from him. Tom Brady's 45 years old. Your old lineman went down before the season even started. Julio Jones was a crapshoot. You didn't lose much for him. I'm a little tight because of the chemistry between Mike Evans and Tom Brady. Seems like it evaporated fast. Like they lost all chemistry, them two. Chris Godwin obviously coming back off an ACL. Yeah, defense wasn't that great. You know what I mean? I'm alright.
And it don't help. They don't have the way Antonio Brown,
right.
And help you don't have Gronk,
right.
And the defense wasn't, it's not up to par. You know what I'm saying? When what's his name? Arians was the coach there.
Got it.
So it was a downfall. I'm surprised they won the NFC's South. I mean, I thought it was going to be Carolina, but that's here now and then. It showed up in the playoffs, big time.
Right, got you. All right, let's get into this week's games though. Let's make our picks now. So now the Jags is at Kansas City. That's the first game. Chiefs favored by 9. Who you got?
Well, I got the Jags.
Now, yeah, I got the Jags minus. I got the Jags minus the 9. Chiefs are gonna win though. I got the Jags minus the 9 though too.
No, I got the Jags
straight up. You got the Jags straight up. You got the Jags straight up. I got you. All right. Giants at the Eagles. That's the late game tonight. Eagles favored by 7.5. Who you got?
I got the Giants.
Wow. I got the Giants too with the points. I got the Eagles winning though. Eagles gonna win. You got the Giants winning straight up?
I got them winning straight up.
Wowzers. All right. Jumping out on the limb now. I like that. Tomorrow, Bengals at the Bills. Bills are favored by 5.5. Who you got?
Well, they playing at the Georgia Dome, right?
Nah, they're playing in Buffalo.
Oh man. I'm picking the Bills. I picked the Bills in that game. Bills Mafia.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals, man. I think the Bengals are gonna win outright. I picked Bills is my Super Bowl pick. I don't know, man. Something about the Bengals, man. Even Joe Burrow, when he don't have his offensive line, man, they nice, man. And the Bills just don't. I don't know, man. They should have crushed Miami. It shouldn't have been that close. I like the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right, so
third string quarterback,
yeah. Cowboys at 49ers. That's the final game. 49ers favored by 4. Who you got?
I got the 49ers.
Man, listen, man. I got a sneaky feeling, man. I got a sneaky feeling. Cowboys gonna keep it close. I've been feeling this. I'm going with the Cowboys, man. I didn't want to do it because I was back and forth. I've been back and forth about this. Again, 49 is my other Super Bowl pick, but I'm going Cowboys. Hayes is gonna kill me, but I'm going Cowboys,
check
man.
This out. I don't blame you choosing the Cowboys because Dak Prescott looked like Roger Staubach, man. I thought
that was against the Bucks defense. That's against the Bucks defense, whose defense ain't that good. The 49ers defense is way better than the Bucks defense.
And that's the truth.
But some's telling me the Cowboys is gonna do their thing. Cowboys is gonna do their thing, man. It's just something. I don't know. I got this feeling. The Cowboys is gonna do their thing, man.
If they win this game, there's no reason why they cannot go to the Super Bowl.
Right. Absolutely. All right, that's our topics for that. Let's jump off something real quick. Let's talk about Some wrestling real quick, man. Saso's thing. Hulk Hogan is coming back Monday Night Raw. You said Monday Night Raw, right? 30th anniversary? Is that what it is?
30th anniversary.
30-year anniversary. Damn, it's been 30 years for Monday Night Raw. So what is it, 2023? It started in 1993, Monday Night Raw. Wow. Yeah. Man. What, I mean, is he wrestling? What's going on with him? Is he going to wrestle? Like, what's up?
Well, they coming back to celebrate the 30-year anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Him, Ric Flair, I think Shawn Michaels going to be there, Triple H. Hey, man, shout out to all of them, man. These peoples are old, man. I'm trying to say.
They legends, man. I mean, Triple H might not be. Triple H ain't as old as Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair's been doing this thing for him. He's been doing what?
I'm saying
40, 50 years?
I said that to say this, right? You know, by me growing up in the 80s, I remember watching rock and wrestling. You know, Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog,
yeah.
And you know, then you had the
Junkyard Dog.
You had the Ruthless Aggression era. You had Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock. You know, The Godfather. You know, with the pins and hoes and stuff.
Yep.
And then the modern. I mean, now you have the Raw nowadays. We have the Hurt Business, the Judgment Day, because they in fashions right now. To name a few, that Alpha Academy. I like Raw right now, so everybody stay tuned for Monday Night Raw this Monday. It should be a great show.
Should be a great show. It should be a great show. Yes, sir. I mean, look, like I said, I haven't been watching wrestling in a minute, man, but, you know, I might tune in to see what's up with him. You know what I mean? What's up with Hulk Hogan? See if he come back and do his thing. If he decides to get into a match with somebody, we'll see. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun to see what happens with that. You know what I mean? I remember Hulk Hogan, man. Like I said, that leg drop. You know what I mean? I wish the Ultimate Warrior was still around. That would have been dope if he was around. He'd have came out. You know what I'm saying? Randy, Macho Man, Savage, and all that. I mean, they dead though. You know what I mean? They both died. Rest in peace.
Hey, check it.
You know what I'm saying?
Check it. They not. He's not coming back to wrestle. It's just, you know, showing homage to, you know, the show.
Well, in general, Bret Hitman Hart better be there too. Then you know what I mean? Make sure my man Bret Hitman Hart is there, for real. You know?
I don't even want to go there with him.
What you mean? You don't rock with Hitman Hart?
I don't rock with him at all. That's gonna be in another subject.
Right. Okay, I got you.
The reason I'm putting it to you like this: Shawn Michaels had to carry some burdens some burdens with him for years because of Bret Hart. Yep. And I'm trying to know that Bret Hart don't, you know what I'm saying, and not in cahoots for Hogan, so like he's a non-factor to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got you. All right. We'll look forward to that coming up this Monday. Y'all tune in. We right back. More topics. Fanatical Massos. Stay locked.
Recording stopped.
You can't keep doing that, bro.
The evil was evil when I'm my Lord's keeper. Smoke reefer, old school like beepers. Had a pair of Deodoras, but I stuffed them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders. Club nights.
So, it's a couple more topics going on. All right, Sas. So, scientists discovered a planet similar to Earth. And it's inhabitable. So let's do this. We're not going to talk about that planet because I don't know anything about that planet, and we don't know where it's at. It's not in our solar system. It's somewhere far, far away. You know what I'm saying? What planet out of the nine planets? Why you got the 9 fingers up? This is crazy. What planet out of the 9 planets in our solar system would you live on if it was inhabitable? Because obviously we know the other planets aren't inhabitable. Mars is probably the closest that could be, but it's not. What planet would you live on if it was inhabitable? If you could withstand the conditions, what planet would you live on?
I say Jupiter.
Jupiter, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna let Hayes get in this too, because Hayes got an opinion. Go ahead. Why Jupiter? Go ahead, bro.
I say Jupiter because I know it's endless possibilities.
Well, it's a gas giant with a mass more than 2.5.
It's the biggest.
It's the biggest planet. The biggest planet
in the solar system.
Right.
Only been.
I mean,
but my honorable mention, Venus.
Okay.
Because that's where all the ladies,
supposedly from men are from Mars, girls are from Venus.
Yeah.
It's called the Earth's sister or twin. You know what I mean? So maybe it could be. It's similar in composition. It's got its interior. It's got the same interior, I guess. But it's sky. It's not far from the sun. Like, I don't know if I could really do all that.
Man, y'all never watched none of them Pitch Blacks?
Yeah, what planet were they on?
They were on Jupiter. Jupiter was the planet they were on when he escaped.
Yeah.
That's the one with the sun too hot. Remember when they had
Yeah. That's the first one.
Yeah, when they had the duck in the shadows.
Right.
Too hot. That's Jupiter.
Right.
So Neptune would probably be the only next livable.
Neptune is obviously what?
Neptune.
Notice I ain't saying Mercury.
Well, it's right next to it. Why would you do that?
Neptune is the most habitable one.
You think so?
Oceans, islands.
It does it got all that? I ain't see that. They don't got no damn.
The Mercury by yourself.
Nah, I'm not going. I'm going to Saturn, man. That's where I'm going. I'm going to Saturn. I like the rings.
Saturn.
Why I don't want to go to
You don't
Saturn?
want to go to Saturn?
Why don't I want to go to Saturn?
Because them rings are full of gas, bro.
All right, but if
gases.
you'll get past the rings though. We know
They drop
all
down.
planets got gas on it. So doesn't he said Jupiter. Jupiter got a gas on it too.
Gases drop to the surface.
They drop to the surface.
Yes, sir.
Josh is playing scientist. They drop to the surface, huh? Do they?
He basically saying, "Don't pass gas."
Right. You gonna fart. You gonna die. You know what I mean? Nah, man. I'm going to Saturn. Man. Shit.
He said, "I'm going to Saturn. I like the rings."
The rings aren't
Don't
even
pass
solid.
gas.
It's windy.
Well, Commanders, I just want you to know.
It's really windy.
Commanders,
And they got a bigger moon. They got a bigger moon than Saturn. We're gonna see a big old moon.
Commanders, I just want you to know he all about the rings. Y'all ain't getting the rings. He
Wow. He dropped the commands about the rings. We ain't getting no rings. Wow.
That wasn't pretty.
That was a shot right there. That's foul.
That wasn't pretty at all.
You know what is pretty? You know what is pretty?
Maybe not.
Rock.
You know what? Maybe he's right. I don't know. You can't even stand on Saturn. So I guess Saturn. I'm gonna still try. You know what? I'm going to Saturn, man. I don't gotta stand. Whatever. Let's glide around that motherfucker. Pardon me. Let's glide around that piece. Let's glide around it. I ain't mean to swear. Let's glide around it. You know what I mean? I'm going to Saturn. I always was kind of fascinated with Saturn. You know what I mean? Definitely you get chopped up though, the way the wind's going and when the temperature drops and all that. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not. It's not round though. Do you know that? Saturn can float in water. I could float. I could float. You know what I mean?
Man, you got float in the tub. That's what I'm gonna float
Let's
in.
just all talk about this real quick.
Their moons have life.
Let's all talk about this though.
Go ahead.
Till I was 14 years old, Pluto was a planet.
It still is, isn't it?
Nope.
It's not a planet no more?
They took Pluto out. They said it's not a planet. They're trying to say it's a
right.
moon. They're trying to say it's a moon or something.
It's cold.
Because it's cold. But if scientists can figure out a way to unthaw everything, Pluto is the second the most habitable planet.
But it's small though.
Earth.
It's
It's
small.
small, but they have oceans which are frozen over.
It's the farthest from the sun, right?
Yeah, so their oceans are frozen over. They have
How do you get the ocean to thaw out?
Man, the way man, come on, man. The way man can do things now. You think back to Jesus' time, people had to lug water. Now we can go in the kitchen and just flick a faucet up.
There you go. Hey, listen,
Man is always in the mood.
Hayes is thinking of the rational choice. Pluto. He thought what else you said? Neptune had some habitable.
Yeah.
I'm going to Saturn. I'm gonna just run around. I can't stand. I'm gonna just glide around it like one of them rides. What's the rides in like Six Flags? What is it? The Tilt the World, whatever it is. You know what I mean? You just spin around that. You just spin around it.
No, but
the whole time. That's what I'm gonna be on.
They
That's what I'm
say
on.
that Mars is the most.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Again, I'm glad you guys didn't say Mars because we know that's the one that's the most inhabitable.
Yeah,
next
because that's
Earth.
the one they want to have to actually put
Right.
work into.
That's the one that that's the one we know can. I'm glad you guys said other than Mars. Mars, you know what I'm saying? That was a funny topic. That was a cool topic.
Yeah.
All right, listen, but before we go though too, one more thing before I get into my last rant. Billboard dropped their next 10 on the top 50 rappers of all time.
Oh, good lord.
I'm not even gonna get into the names yet. I'm gonna just wait till they all done and then we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have a major show. It's gonna be a major show. Saso's gonna be on it. Hayes is gonna talk about it. We got a few rappers that we all know. How about this? Musicians that we know. They're gonna comment on it. We're gonna have a big forum. Y'all tune in for that. I will let you know the date soon as they drop their last list and they bring out the whole 50 and we got it all. We're gonna have a show. We're gonna talk about it. It's dedicated to that. You know what I'm saying? Stay locked because we're fanatics about everything. About music as well. And we know some fanatics about music. We're gonna get them on. We're gonna get them on. We're gonna talk about that. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Well, let's get into this, man. My Nets struggling. They won last night. They had lost 4 in a row. This is all without KD because they won the last time he played. But they had lost 4 in a row. I mean, they lost to the Celtics. They lost to the Thunder. They lost to the Spurs. And they lost to the Suns. Those 2 games they should have won. They lost. Kyrie Irving was in his bag last night, 48. Nets need Kyrie to get average at least 40 for them to stay and tread water till KD comes back. With KD there, we was a game and a half out of first place in the East. Him not there, I mean, we might flounder and get all the way to the play-in, man. Come on, man. Nets, let's go. Pick it up. Sean Marks, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, look, man, I failed at building this team. You had players, Spencer Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen. You had players. They're shining on the other teams. Come on, man. If this don't work, look in the mirror and say, listen, man, I bleeped up. You can obviously you build a team. You know how to get players and draft players. Do that again. Let KD go if it's not gonna work. That's it. He deserves to go win because KD's been balling for us. He's balling at an MVP level. He should be in the MVP consideration what KD was doing. Period. KD's been unstoppable this season.
Honestly,
Look,
a lot of
Hold on. Let
a
what
lot of
Hayes
people
says.
get mad when I say this, but I like the way KD plays.
I do too.
I like everything about him. Like everybody's so stuck on LeBron. Don't get me wrong, LeBron is a phenomenal player, but I like the way KD transitions. He can be pushing the ball hard, but stop and pop. To that you play ball, so you know when it seems like the world stops.
Yeah.
When you pull up and it seems like nobody can bother you. And KD has that. He has that Kobe it.
Yeah.
Where he's always square with the rim. No matter how his back is turned, no matter where he's always square with the rim.
Even if he misses, it's not a bad shot. Like it looks good. Like you said, it looks good.
Like you think it's gonna drop. You're like like he's always square with the rim. And that's what I admire about KD. I feel like if he calmed down a little bit, I feel like he would have been the next face of the franchise in the NBA. That's how I feel.
Check this out.
Truly.
Check this out, y'all. They always had talent. It's talent versus chemistry. If the chemistry ain't working on the court, you're not going to win.
That's fact.
Ben Simmons, you know what I'm saying? You got, Ben Simmons, ain't he still playing, right?
Yeah, he played. He played good. He played okay last night. He got ejected. He got ejected the other night against Phoenix. But again, Kyrie had 48.
No one does. At least they came out with a win. You have to win your games in the East for one. It's a shame that you losing to the West teams because when you lose to the West teams like that, you'll let me know if you do make the finals, you are not capable of beating the West team. You are letting me know that in the regular season. If you're like by Brooklyn being the Eastern teams, you can't go out there losing against elite Western teams such as Memphis Grizzlies, the Lakers, or Golden State, the name of people, Dallas. You can't lose against these teams. You take care of the East. You take care of the East, being a contender with the Celtics.
But right, here's what I'm
Joe
saying.
Harris is struggling too, man.
But
Ben
this
Simmons
is-
only had 6 points, man.
When it comes to the East and West, there's only been 2 players that have actually dominated the West from the East. That'd be Michael Jordan and Paul Pierce and them Celtics when he got Kevin Garnett and everybody else. The West has always been stacked. The West has always been stacked. And for somebody like KD who wants to take over a game, you need other people with him that can take over a game. Like Miami. You know what I mean? But that was LeBron, Dwayne Wade. And the West is always stacked. If you don't got what it takes to come... look at the All-Star games. How many All-Star games has the West won to the East?
I'll take the East teams over the West team this year.
Yeah,
the West won a lot of games on the All-Star game.
That's what I'm saying. The West is always stacked. You look at the West. Who do you got? You got
even when Jordan played, though, I take some of the East teams over the West teams, though. I'll take them.
But that was Chicago.
I'm talking about history. I'm talking about just other teams that he had to go through.
Yeah,
them Knicks teams would have beat a lot of them West teams.
Yeah, the Knicks teams.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah, they would have.
They shouldn't even listen.
Even the Bullets back then.
The Rockets beat them in '94, but the Knicks should have won that series.
But look it up. Even the Bullets back then gave them a hard time.
Bullets gave who a hard time?
Even though they're both East, but
the Bullets was.
Yeah, I mean before they was the Wizards, they were the Bullets and.
With Chris Webber and all them, you mean?
Yeah.
George Mirasan and them guys, I got you.
The West has always been stacked. It's like they don't want to have a bad team on the West.
Yeah, a lot of players do go out West. You're right about that. You're right.
And that includes San Antonio, who is not in play. I
think that's why Jordan is the GOAT, because he was from the East. And he was dominant.
But he went through good teams in the East though. The West wasn't just stacked like that. Like again, mind you, 1996, when they won 72 games, the team they swept to get to the finals, Orlando won 62 games.
Yeah,
they won 60 games. Those 60 games. What about the year? They swept them.
What about the year prior? The year the
year prior, he didn't get to the finals. The Magic got there and they got swept by the Rockets.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even still, he was bodying the West though.
Oh no, Jordan was,
and he was putting up numbers.
I'm saying you keep saying
most people don't put up against. We're talking about East and West.
Jordan did that against everybody though. I'm saying you're saying that
but that's why
the West had better teams than the East.
Like I was watching this video the other day. They were comparing Larry Bird to Michael Jordan, and then at the end of it, they put that Black Panther. So this is your king, but this is like my little things. Like Jordan was an East player, bodying the West. When the West was at, I feel, its best. You had a 6'9" point guard who could throw the ball, shoot the ball, do whatever he wanted.
Pass the ball, I got you.
He could do whatever he wanted. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about? Talking about Magic.
Well, they know you're talking about Magic.
He could do whatever he wanted with the ball. There was no stopping Magic. But Jordan would walk in that and drop 58, 62. And they would still beat him by 35.
I got you.
Hey, check it.
That's why he is the GOAT. Salute to the king.
Salute to the king.
We're gonna have that topic later, but go ahead, Saz. That's another topic.
Because y'all talked about the East. I'm kind of glad that the Nets moved from New Jersey to Brooklyn, because the product is better than what I thought. When they was the New Jersey Nets, they wasn't, good like that.
They went to the finals twice though with Jason Kidd.
Yeah,
Jason Kidd. Yeah. But
the
I
know
that.
About the eye patch.
No, I understand that, but
it's. When he came back with the eye patch, dropped 35. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but my point is, check it out. My point of the matter is, by them being a league team, they do have a shot of winning the NBA Finals. Only thing they have to do is just be consistent with what they do. Meaning that you gotta take care of the East, and you can't lose against meaningless teams. The teams that have a lose a season, you can't do that. You can't lose against West teams. You got win big games. Big games, get you big highlights. Make us be like, okay, they do have a shot. I mean, I'm sure they're better than Phoenix Suns, because I don't understand how the Phoenix Suns will have a 2-0 lead in a series. We are the number 1 seed, and you let a team like, for example, an 8th seed come back and take your spot.
Dallas was a 4 seed. That's
called comfortability.
Yeah.
That's called comfortability.
And then against Milwaukee, they just didn't adjust to Giannis. They shouldn't have had DeAndre Ayton on him by himself. DeAndre Ayton's tall, he's 7'1", but he's not strong as Giannis. Giannis is bodying him. But anyway, I mean, listen, let's look at this. I'm going to do this real quick and wrap it up. In the 70s, it was what? Celtics, the Bucks in the East, Lakers in the West. I don't really know. Maybe the Warriors, the San Francisco Warriors. You had George Gervin and the Spurs and all them. 80s, now we know more about. 80s was what? In the East, Celtics, Sixers, Pistons. The Hawks was good. The Bucks was decent. Knicks wasn't that good in the 80s. Cavs was not good in the 80s either. Cavs was not good in the 80s. But in the West, it was the Lakers. It might have been the Rockets. It was the
Wait a minute, Cavaliers was
Mavericks,
always in it.
Cavaliers was always in it. Not in the 80s, they wasn't.
No, not in the 80s.
Early 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, with Mark Price, Brad Doherty, and them. Yeah, that was early 90s
Cavs
though.
sparked in the East when
That was early 90s. Early 90s.
Supersonics, there you
But
go.
when the Supersonics sparked, that's when the Cavs
Supersonics won in the
sparked.
70s. In the 70s, that was their last chip. But I'm saying, and then in the 90s, we know it was like 90s. In the East, it was the Bulls.
Honestly,
It was the Knicks. It was the Heat. Magic.
Peyton and Kemp.
Yeah.
Whew!
It was
that was Superman, Batman.
in the West. In the West, it was it was the Sonics. It was when Barkley went to the Suns. It was the Suns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the Rockets.
I didn't like him on the Rockets.
And it was squads. The Spurs is good. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I said, I just
the Rockets. I felt like
we jumped off topic. I'm just saying, Nets. Let's play Nets. We gotta Kyrie. Kyrie's gotta carry it. Kyrie's gotta carry it.
But Kyrie can't carry it by himself.
He gotta try. He's gonna have to. He's got no choice.
He can't.
He had 48 last night. He's got to average 40. For them to stay relevant and tread water, to go 500 while KD's out, that's all I need him to do is go 500 and we're good. And we're good.
I'm going to bring up old news, too.
All right, it's the last one. Last point after this.
This is why I got mad when the Lakers got rid of Shannon Brown.
Shannon Brown. Okay.
Listen. A lot of people want to say whatever they want about Shannon Brown, but he was the only person that could step on the court while Kobe sat and produced points. He produced blocks.
On that team?
Oh, yeah, on that team. Yeah. So
He's a Lakers fan, y'all. For y'all, just so y'all don't know, he's a Lakers fan.
I used to be. LeBron's on the team. I don't like that.
Okay.
LeBron need to go somewhere else.
Okay.
Once he goes somewhere, no, because like he got rid of all my favorite players on the squad.
Lonzo Ball's your favorite player?
No, but Brandon Ingram,
Okay.
Caldwell Pope.
Okay.
I like.
He didn't get rid of him. Caldwell Pope left for money. He got money. He got paid.
No, because they were trying to pay him more.
No.
Because LeBron was there.
Right.
You
Finish
got
your
LeBron.
point.
You got LeBron.
Finish your point.
But like Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, like these are people I actually like.
You talking about Shannon Brown. You were talking about Shannon Brown.
I know, but you brought that up. But I'm just
I know.
saying,
All right.
These are people I liked.
All right.
These are people I liked. They had time to grow.
Okay.
And if they would have stayed there, they could have produced numbers. They could have produced points. I'm not saying they would have been a championship pedigree team. They needed a star. LeBron was the star that was supposed to come in and do something, and he got rid of everybody. He was like, I want to play with all my friends.
True.
And now look at their records. Trash.
That would have been better. He should have kept the youngins. He should have kept them.
Trash. But anyway.
But AD was a trash. AD was nice. Top 5 player. Why not trade for him?
But AD is AD.
Okay, but again, why not trade for him then?
AD is AD.
Lakers knew what they had to give up to get him.
That's not.
They had to give up. They had to give up Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram.
Then you picked up Rondo. Then you picked up.
Rondo helped them win a chip in the bubble. Don't matter. He helped them win a chip.
But did he really though?
Yes, he did. He hit big shots.
Did he really though? Or was he just on the team?
He hit big shots in the bubble.
But did
he hit big shots. I'm telling you.
I used to pay for their games to watch them on my
I got you.
Did he really though?
Yes, he did. All right.
I feel like he produced more numbers in Boston.
Well, yeah, but that's not. I'm not saying he carried. I'm saying he helped.
I mean, I could throw you a pass and you can score.
No,
you can say I helped.
never
too.
mind, man. Finish your point with Shannon Brown.
No, but like what I'm saying is like with Kyrie, he needs somebody else that could come off the bench. All right, so if KD ain't coming off the bench producing like he's supposed to, he needs somebody else that can step in his shoes, not completely fill him, but hold it. Hold it long enough for him to breathe. Hold it long enough for him to be like, all right, I'm ready to go back in.
Yeah, that's what Kyrie's been doing.
Because when it comes to Kyrie, that is my guy. I don't care
Kyrie's
what team he's on.
That,
I don't care what team he's on. I don't care who he plays for. You ask me, I think he got better handle than AI.
He does.
He's got retarded Rucker Park.
He does. He does.
But he needs somebody else to produce.
Well, when KD's not there, yeah, he does. But when KD's not, that's why the Nets were winning, because they came with a formula. KD sits the beginning of the second quarter, and he sits at the beginning of the fourth, and Kyrie will take over in the fourth, and KD will come in fresh, and you know what I mean, or at least keep it close, and KD will come in and close it down, and that's why they were winning games.
Speaking of,
all right, Sash, you got the last point. We got to get out of here. Go ahead, son.
Speaking of Kyrie Irving taking over the fourth quarter, he needs to do that, because if he does that, and you know, hypothetically, the Nets go to the finals, they need him to do that. So he could prove to people that LeBron James was the only one that was scoring in that Cavaliers game in the finals.
But he already proved that.
Kyrie. That's my point.
Yeah, no,
but I'm saying I need Kyrie. Well, I'm saying I need Kyrie Irving to get a ring by himself. I need to see the Brooklyn Nets.
I get what you're saying.
It's not gonna be by himself. It's gonna be with KD.
But I get what you're saying. It's like Kobe
I got it.
ring without Shaq.
I got it. Go ahead, bro.
But to rebuttal what you just said, LeBron couldn't beat the Warriors without Kyrie.
Absolutely not. But anyway, all right.
The year before, they got stomped in the finals.
We're going to finish. Well, Kyrie wasn't there, though. Yeah.
The year before, he got stomped. What was it, game 3? Game 3? Nah. They both dropped the same amount of points. 41-41?
That's game 6.
What was it, game 6?
Game 6. Game 5. Game 5. In the finals that they won, 2016,
and if this is what I've always told everybody. There's one person in the NBA who can guard Stephen Curry. And that's Kyrie Irving. Because he gets him off the ball, on the ball. That's the only person in the NBA who can guard Stephen Curry. Because off the ball, Stephen Curry would disappear on him.
I don't know if Kyrie can guard him like that. But Steph can't guard him either. So it doesn't matter. They cancel each other out. Yeah, I got you.
Because
I got it.
Stephen Curry disappears off the ball.
He does.
He's
the best off the ball movement since Reggie Miller.
I got a question for both of y'all.
All right, we out after this.
One more. If J.R. Ryder didn't do that BS, you remember when he went back to take a shot with the time running out? Do you think LeBron James would have left the Cavaliers?
Yes.
He was leaving anyway.
Didn't do that? He was leaving anyway.
He was leaving because they wasn't going to win. He wanted to win.
But they was in the finals, though. They was in the finals. They would have won the finals. If they would have won the finals, he would have.
You mean when they got swept by the Spurs? They wasn't gonna beat the Spurs even with J.R. Ryder when he took a shower. It didn't matter.
That's fact.
That was it. They listen. That feat. Listen. We're gonna get into this. That's a whole nother topic. But I'm gonna give LeBron that. That's a feat to take that team to the finals against the Spurs. They should have beat Detroit. But LeBron with that Herculean effort, scoring 25 points in a row, 48 in game 5 against Detroit, and then winning the series in game 6. Listen, that's all. Again, honestly, we'll get into that LeBron, MJ. We'll get into all that next time.
Honestly, back then,
all right,
beating the Spurs, that was a feat. Because those Spurs,
not in 2012, not in 2013.
They were still playing funky.
He's with Miami Heat. No, never mind. I'm not giving him that. That's not a feat. I'm not giving him that.
Mono,
you had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. I'm not doing it. I'm not giving him that. That's not a feat. I'm not giving him that.
You can't say Chris Bosh because he was present the night Kobe dropped 81.
That don't mean no. He wasn't. He might have been a rookie, but he wasn't playing.
Let's look it up.
We gotta get out of here, man. He was not. He was not a rookie.
Because 20 of those points was on Chris Bosh in the paint.
Are you sure?
Come on, man. You talking about my mans, man.
We gotta get out of here, man. Josh is crazy. Hayes is crazy.
Come on, man. Kobe scoring on Chris Bosh.
He didn't though.
Hold on. My internet's active.
Exactly.
My internet's active.
Can't even get his internet right.
Yeah.
Why are you looking that up, guys? Josh, last point before we get out of here, man. We running over time, man. We gotta get out of here.
I like to get for real. Like to give a shout out to everybody in the 508.
Yeah.
Kel's Corner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Face Off with Face Mine. Hey, look, like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, y'all.
Comment and
we appreciate
you know, peace and blessings. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Hayes can't find it. He'll find it for the next episode.
You know I will.
He'll find it for the next episode. Listen, y'all. Great show tonight.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all joining in.
Hey, enjoy
You know what
the
I mean?
playoffs.
Enjoy the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's been the Fanatical Masso Show.
brother.
For King Saso, for Hayes, Mizzo on the board. We'll see y'all next week. Peace and blessings. Oh, we out of
What you
here.
gonna do,
One.
brother? What you gonna do?
He's evil when I'm my Lord's keeper. Smoke reefer, old school like beepers. Had a pair of Diodoras, but I scuffed them in Florida. Golden State 30 in the clip, I'm a warrior. Road to perdition, dumping shots out explorers. Money expedition, brought butter cross borders.